Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another comic book review. Now, there has been an urban legend out there that there is actually still light, and at the end of issue number 4, it looked like Val, Em, and Bailey might have just found that place as they came across Dr. Augustus' brother, Tiberius. What's next in store for our heroes? Well, let's get on with my comic book review for Nocterra, issue number 5. Now as Val, Bailey, and Em make their way with Tiberius, it looks like the urban legends of there being light is actually true. And as they make their way out of the area, much to their joy, the rumors were true as a beam of light shines down on a cradle. But it appears that glimmer of hope might have actually already ran out, as Em has taken a turn to the dark side, and as the guards fire at Em, well, Val is also caught in their crosshairs. Now as we pick up later, we learn that not only were Em and Val not severely hurt as they were shot with tranquilizers, but Em has also made a miraculous turn and is unlike anything the doctors have ever seen. And while the doctors offer Val to stand in the light to help cure her wounds, she'll decline the offer as to let Em have the opportunity to soak it all in. While Val and Bailey wait around for Em's recovery, Bailey tells her that she overheard Em speaking human again and that he kept calling out the name Stills, which used to be his old call sign, a name that he got because he could never stay still. Now while Em needs about another day to recover, Bailey will kindly ask Val that she considers staying and not leave her, from which Val tells her if this place is everything it's cracked up to be, she's not going anywhere. Now speaking of this place, we're going to get a closer look at the inner workings of it as Val goes to talk with Tiberius. After thanking Val for bringing Bailey to safety, we're going to get some insights as to just how different Tiberius was from his brother Augustus. That his brother was a genius, hence why he was his parents' favorite. That it was 15 years ago that Augustus had called him and told him that he needed to build this place because he said he was going to bring a better light down on earth, specifically the light of God. Tiberius will also offer Val a permanent residency to her and her brother, that this is a great place to be, that their prism has the ability to make sure that no one has to worry about getting sick or even dying. And while Val won't give it a second thought as to give her answer that she wants to stay, Tiberius feels it's best for her to take some time to think about it, because Tiberius is about to show her what lurks behind this glass wall, and that they are people who Tiberius once knew, but they became human shades. He explained that people there suffer from claustrophobia from being all cooped up inside, and at that time they let their residents control their own light source and some got sick. And the only reason he hasn't burned them, which he has considered, is because he hoped that by studying them that he could learn more about them, specifically their language and their plans. Val mentions that she has the book that his brother Augustus gave her, but Tiberius has zero interest in looking at anything else that his brother came up with. Val will be alerted that she needs to come check in on her brother, and when she sees him, not only is he now standing, but he looks to be on his way to making a full recovery. Now the first thing that Em will say to his sister is that he's sorry, but Val tells him to knock it off because he has nothing to be sorry for. Now while Em feels physically good, he's having some crazy visions that are taking a toll on him. That through these visions, he could see what those in the darkness plan to do to all of them, and that Earth is just their starting point. Now we thought we knew how Em got infected. However, Em is going to let it be known that it was no accident, but that he let himself get infected. And that his reasoning is he'd rather die trying to make things better than to live the way that they have. And through the visions that he's had, he's seen that a great war between the darkness and the light is just over the horizon. Em also tells Val that if she wants to stay, that's fine, but he has no interest. Val makes it known to him that here in this sanctuary, they have everything they need to survive, and that he needs to stop being ungrateful and appreciate what they do have. Now as we end this issue, there's going to be a conversation between Val and Bailey, where Bailey will tell her that she's decided on her calling sign, and that being Piper, because she used to read books about birds, and there was one that she identified with, and that was the sandpiper, as it is a bird that is the most solitary in the world. It has no friends and is always left alone, even by its own kind. Now after her conversation with Bailey, Val goes to take a walk around the facility. However, she's gonna come across Tiberius and find out that he's in cahoots with none other than Blacktop Bill. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving issue number 5 of Nocterra a 9 out of 10. Now while issue number 9 was much more character driven than action oriented, writer Scott Snyder does yet another amazing job of drawing me into the world of Nocterra that I get completely engulfed in. Now to be perfectly honest, I'm usually someone who gets turned off when comics get too wordy, and when I glanced at some of these panels, it looked like it could go down that way. But as I kept reading, I found the story and dialogue so interesting that it didn't faze me at all. Now from the cover of issue number 6, it looks like the throwdown between Val and Blacktop Bill is going to be something of epic proportions, and I can't wait to see how it all goes down on August 11th. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap up my comic book review for Nocterra issue number 5. Now if you've read this series so far, what are your thoughts? Comment down below. Now as far as I can tell, it only looks like there's 6 issues planned. Now I don't know if this is going to be the end of the series or the end of the story arc. Either way, I will be covering issue number 6 here on the channel. So guys, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.